You've heard me talking about living fearlessly free to be me. I've written a book about it. And those of you who have not read the book, you'll be wondering, well, what does that mean? And why is it so important? And fearlessly free to be me means living in your truth, the real you, your authentic self. Why is it important? Because when you're living with a mask or a disguise, you're living the life that you think you should be living, you're living the life that others think you should be living, and the stress that results in distress, which results in dis-ease, is the consequence you pay for living a double life, because that's basically what it is. Get up in the morning and everything in your fiber is saying no, screaming no. But what the world feels, thinks, wants, desires and demands of you is making you say yes to what your soul is saying no to. And it's stressful. You know, every actor has to go off stage and get a rest and take a break. So if you are ongoing living this false life to please others, that's where the disease to please comes from, and it becomes a habit that comes at a very high price. And that's exactly what happened to me. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So it's really important to understand the benefit and the price you pay of living fearlessly free to be me, and what will happen if you don't. It's inevitable. There's a lady called Anita Moorjani, a well-known figure who had an NDE. She was diagnosed with cancer and she was basically given days to live. She ended up in a coma and with an NDE and when she came out of her NDE, near-death experience, the message was very clear to her. She'd been living an invisible life, a life that she had been told she should live because that's how you're acceptable. And if you're invisible, you're a good person. And when you do things according to tradition, that makes you an acceptable person, a likable person. But in the meantime, there's this conflict that goes on inside you where you want something else and everybody else wants something else. So who are you? And that's how we get lost. That's how we lose ourselves. And when you say to somebody, so who are you? They say, I don't know. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a teacher, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter. No, you're not. You're none of those. Those are roles that you play in your life. Those are not the qualities and the ways of being that you choose. They are roles that are required of you in the life you've chosen. But who do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody who is creative and express it through the arts? But no, you've been told to be an accountant or a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer, and that's because you can't make money out of art. Who said? Who said? And to live fearlessly free is to say, I trust and believe in myself and what I want, and that my soul will guide me. But it may feel like you're pushing water uphill because you're not going with the current and the flow of the life of everyone else. And it doesn't make you popular. But it's not a popularity contest. And it's also not it's not a competition. It's about truth. And let me wrap this up by saying, when you are living a life that is not true for you, you're not only lying to yourself, you're lying to the world. And to keep up that false life is stressful. And ultimately, it will alter you and make you sick. And that price is not worth paying.